Welcome back to another board game review right here on Cardco the blog. Today, Formula D. Yes, folks, they made a board game about racing, and yes, folks, I bought it. See, it starts off on a track sort of like this. You have cars sort of like this. And they race around the track. Oh, it's so much fun. Here's the starting line. To determine who gets pole position right here, is everyone's going to roll a die. Whoever gets the highest roll gets pole position. Lowest roll down to last. Now you can play up to 10 players on this. I've never played more than 4 on practice games, but it's very fun. And I'd say a regular game would last maybe 1 lap if it's a lot of people, 2 or 3 laps if it's just a few people. But super fun. Now, how does it work? Well, first off, we need to talk about the gears. See, here's the gear shifter. Our damage points are here. This is for an advanced game. By the way, I'm just explaining what the basic game would be like. So, in a basic game, your gears, you can shift up or shift down every turn. And of course, there's 6 gears. You can't shift 2 gears up at one turn, but you can shift 2 gears down. Now, shifting 2 gears down will result in your car getting a damage point. Now, why would you want to downshift 2 gears at once? Well, if you look around the track here, there's these little turns. And each turn is signaled by a number. 1, 1, 1, 3. Now, that means you have to stop at least once. Your turn must end on that turn. It must end on that side of the track as well at least 3 times. So you may be going too fast and will need to downshift 2 gears. Now, what would happen if your car didn't stop on a turn? Well, it would gather more damage points. For instance, this car rolls a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, just missed that turn. But it went 1 over. So that means you would get 1 damage point added to your car. Now, as the game went on, if it was on a 3, you have to stop at least twice. If he only stopped once on this track and on the next turn moved out, automatic blow up. It's done. Has to at least stop twice. The 3rd time it can gather damage points. Same thing for a 2 turn. Has to at least stop once. If it blows through this turn here without stopping at all, car explodes, it's out of the game. Now, throughout the game, another way to get damage points would be to end your turn right beside a car or right behind a car. That would incur damage points. Now, how you would do that, you would determine on rolling the black die again, if you rolled a 1 through 4, you would get an extra damage point. Another way to get them is, here's the die here. For each gear, there's a separate die. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. On 5th and 6th gear, if you max out at a 20 or a 30, you have to roll the black die again, 1 through 4, to see if you're going to get another damage point. Now, there's so many damage points in the game. What happens if you have no more damage points left? Well, your car's eventually going to blow up and fall off the track. But a way to avoid that would be to go in and go to one of the pit stops here. Just turn off the track, roll into a pit stop, and it takes away all your damage points. Now, the game's pretty simple, the basic version is, and there are several additional tracks. I have them both. So, it's a very fun game. I highly recommend it. You should go out and get one, or better yet, just come over to the house and play with me. See you next week, right here on Cardco, the blog.